Interleague Baseball. Rockies taking on the AL Central this year. They've already played the Rangers, but this is the first time they're going to play one of those AL Central clubs, the Chicago White Sox. And it's a matchup of a couple young hurlers today, Michael Kopech for the White Sox and German Marquez for the Rockies. Marquez, 25 years old. Kopech is going to turn 24 in just a couple days now. First, we'll look at Marquez. Sixth start of the year, he could use a good outing. 24 in the third innings pitched on the year. 26 strikeouts against 8 walks, 33 hits allowed. 2-2 is his record. 168 whip on the year. Marquez, we know he's better than those numbers, and we'll be looking for him to have a good outing today. First batter he will face is the center fielder Leury Garcia, who's on a 7-game hitting streak right now, hitting .358, 6 home runs, 15 driven in on the year. Really nice offseason for the White Sox. Their fans have to be pleased with some of the names they got. First pitch here to Garcia is taken high with a 97, called a strike, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Right now, Rockies are second place in the NL West. 14-13 is their record after getting swept by the Brewers this weekend.
First pitch, 640.
This 0-1 coming from Marquez is going to miss low with a slider. 39 degrees, a bit chilly here in Denver. Clear skies, though. The 1-1 delivery from Marquez is going to miss outside. Now it's a hitter's count on Leury Garcia. Rockies just finished off a road trip and swept the Giants, then came back home and got swept themselves by the Brewers, trying to do better in this 2-game series against the White Sox. Fastball inside, 3 balls and a strike. Yoan Moncada waiting on deck. He's off to a nice start. .315 average with 7 home runs for Moncada. A lot to like about this young White Sox club. Might be a year or two before they're really going to be contenders, but they have a lot of flair. There's a pitch low and a leadoff walk to Leury Garcia.
Batting second, the third baseman, Yoan.
That'll bring up Yoan Moncada. 4 stolen bases on the year, ranked second on the White Sox. You mentioned those homer and average numbers are very solid. Nice 1-2 punch at the top of the order so far has been Garcia, and he takes off. And he will steal second base. So a runner in scoring position early for these athletic White Sox. Marquez delivers an 0-1 now, and that's going to miss high and outside of the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Home plate umpire today, Rusty Valentine, Jerry Hillsdale at first, Kenny Jansen at second, and Mike Fillmore is at third. And those are the men in blue today. Marquez from the set position takes a look towards second base and fires in. Swung on and missed. 98-mile-an-hour fastball and a good one. That's by Moncada for strike 2. Marquez comes set, delivers a 1-2 pitch, and it's strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1. And Tim Anderson, the shortstop. He's been much better against righties this year, .311 with 5 home runs. He's .293 with 6 home runs overall, .256 he's hitting against lefties, 23 runs batted in overall. For the shortstop, who had a real breakout year last year for the White Sox. First pitch here is going to be a strike on the inside corner, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Marquez. One of the better shortstops in the American League last year was Tim Anderson. Pitch from Marquez is high and away. Slider did not break very well. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is going to miss low and away. Now it's a hitter's count on Tim Anderson. One's going to miss outside. 3 balls and a strike. Eloy Jimenez is waiting on deck. He's struggling a little bit to start the year. Might be some growing pains for this White Sox offense and some of the pitching staff as well. So there's a strike and the count goes full. We're going to see Michael Kopech pitch today, and he's had a really rough start to the year, but he has quite a high ceiling. But there's likely good news ahead for these White Sox. There's a pitch high, and that's ball 4. Couple men on now for the White Sox. We'll set up a double play possibility with Eloy Jimenez stepping up to the dish. Jimenez playing left field today. 202 on the year, 2 home runs, 11 driven in. Marquez looks towards second base where Garcia is, delivers, and that one's a strike with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. The 0-1 is a check swing cued foul. And it's quickly 0-2 on Jimenez. That one's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball taken high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to miss inside. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. That time count evens at 2 on Eloy Jimenez. 2-2 pitch from Marquez is swung on and chopped, weakly foul. Marquez will get up over 20 pitches here in this first inning. There's been some traffic on the base paths. Just a couple walks. 2-2 coming to Jimenez, and it's swung on and pulled foul. Two pitch once more is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 2. A couple walks and a couple strikeouts in this inning for German Marquez. And Edwin Encarnacion will be the batter. He signed a 1-year, $12 million deal with a club option with the White Sox this offseason. He swings at the first pitch and pulls it foul. Time with the Yankees last year for Encarnacion. He's hitting .287 on the year, 13 home runs, 29 driven in. On base percentage up over the 400 mark. So a really nice start to the south side of Chicago career for Encarnacion. That pitch is taken inside, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Marquez really firing it in there today. And that's in there for a strike, 1-2 the count. Marquez just a strike away from getting out of trouble here early on and getting his Rockies up to bat. From the set, the 1-2 pitch is swung on and lined right to the second baseman, Ryan McMahon. And that will retire the side. Rockies will be looking to get on the board first. We're scoreless. Michael Kopech, we mentioned a bit of a struggle to start the year. 7.40 is his ERA. This is actually his first start. He's been pitching in relief. 1-2 is his record. .237 whip is really high. 25 strikeouts and a whopping 21 walks in 20 2/3 innings. That's kind of uncharted territory, walking more than a batter per 9 innings. David Dahl will lead things off. He's hitting .245. That ranks 4th on the Rockies. First pitch here from Kopech is going to be in there with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Right now, the White Sox are 14-15 on year. That's good for 4th in the AL Central. Cleveland Indians and Minnesota Twins are tough teams to beat right now. Twins winning over 100 games last year. Cleveland winning over 90. There's a pitch outside, another 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Kopech does not struggle with velocity. It's just been really rough on him with his command to start this season. Here comes a 1-1 delivery to Dahl. That swung on and lined towards center field. Going back on this one is Garcia. He will make the catch, and that is out number 1. Let's look at the rest of the lineup for the Rockies tonight. Batting second, the right fielder Charlie Blackmon. Batting third at shortstop, Trevor Story. Batting cleanup at third base is Nolan Arenado. Batting fifth, the first baseman Daniel Murphy. Batting sixth, Ryan McMahon plays second base. Batting seventh, the left fielder Ian Desmond. Batting eighth behind the dish is Tony Wolters. And German Marquez, one of the better hitting pitchers in the NL, is going to bat ninth. 268 average for Blackmon. That ranks third on the Rockies. First pitch here from Kopech is swung on and missed. Another 99-mile-an-hour fastball. White Sox are hoping that a start will be a more comfortable outing for Kopech. Struggled in relief early this year, which misses outside. Blackmon has been getting things going a little bit ever since batting in the 2 slot in the order. 1-1 pitch here is going to be swung on and grounded towards the shift. And that is out number 2. And Trevor Story will be the batter. Story oddly struggling at home, hitting .270 on the road, 158 here at home. He's .228 overall, 3 home runs, 12 driven in. It's been a little bit better as of late after a really rough start to his season. Same can be said for a lot of Rockies like David Dahl, Charlie Blackmon, even Daniel Murphy. First pitch here is going to miss inside of the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. This 1-0 delivery is taken inside 100 miles per hour, hitting the century mark here in the first inning is Michael Kopech. The flamethrower deals a 2-0, and it's swung on and missed 100 once more time by Story. We'll see if he throws another one here on the 2-1. That's swung on and missed, only 99 that time. Got to hit the weight room. To his motion, the windup and the 2-2 pitch here from Kopech is taken low and away. Count goes full with Nolan Arenado waiting on deck. He of the .347 batting average on the year, 9 home runs, 25 driven in for the perennial all-star third baseman for the Rockies. Here comes a 3-2 now to Trevor Story, and it's swung on and missed. He got him on strikes, and that will retire the side. Kopech looks pretty good in the first inning. Mazzara, Grandal, and Mendick due up in the second.
Leading off for the White Sox, the right fielder, number 30.
Nomar Mazzara playing right field today. He's on a 6-game hitting streak. 278, 3 home runs, 13 driven in, a .333 on base percentage for the former Ranger. Just came over to the White Sox in a trade this offseason. Swinging a foul out of play. Marquez out for his second inning of work. That trade, getting in return, the Rangers got center fielder Steele Walker. Walker, Texas Ranger. 0-1 pitch. It's going to miss low and away. This 1-1 delivery from Marquez is swung on and chopped into left field, a base hit. Over to cut it off is Desmond. On his way to second base is Mazzara, and the throw is not going to be in time. That's a leadoff double here in the second for Nomar Mazzara, his 7th double of the season. Didn't hit it especially well. Popped about 5 times on the infield dirt before it got into the outfield, but that's how the Rockies were shifted. And by the time Desmond got over there, he was not able to throw it in time. That will bring up Yasmani Grandal. Rockies may remember him from the Dodgers, Padres, and Brewers. First pitch here misses outside. Grandal signed a 4-year, $73 million deal with the White Sox this offseason. They're declining his half of a mutual option with Milwaukee. And this pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. Some other deals for the White Sox this offseason. They signed starting pitcher Dallas Keuchel to a 3-year, $55.5 million deal as a club/vesting option for another year. There's a swing and a chop foul. First baseman Jose Abreu came back on his qualifying offer, but then they decided to just extend him instead, a 2-year, $32 million deal. Looks like he will want to spend his entire career with the White Sox. There's a fly ball to right field. Under it is Blackmon, makes the catch. Tagging is Mazzara, and the throw to third is offline. And runner on third with 1 out now for the White Sox. Let's take a look at the Rockies' defense now. Saw Blackmon in right. Accompanying him in the outfield and left field, Ian Desmond, center fielder David Dahl. In the infield corners, Nolan Arenado, Daniel Murphy. Up the middle, your double play combination, Trevor Story and Ryan McMahon. And the battery consists of German Marquez, the starting pitcher, and Tony Walters, the backstop. Joey Mendick, the batter, playing second base today. First pitch misses inside. Danny Mendick hitting .370. That's first place on these White Sox. 3 home runs, 13 driven in, a .409 on base percentage. So a really good start to the year for Danny Mendick. From the sets, this pitch is taken inside 2-0. White Sox also signed starting pitcher Gio Gonzalez to a 1-year, $5 million deal with a club option. And also signed reliever Steve Cishek to a 1-year, $6 million deal with a club option. 2-0 pitch coming to Mendick is taken low, and now it is 3-0. Pitcher Michael Kopech is waiting on deck. And the 3-0 delivery is going to miss inside. Ball 4, he walked him. Runners on the corners now with 1 out for the White Sox. Marquez so far has thrown 37 pitches, walked 3 batters here through an inning and a third, couple strikeouts. Michael Kopech, starting pitcher. I believe this is his first plate appearance of the season. Pitchers do not bat in AL ballparks, even less when they are typically used as a reliever. So runners on the corners, 1 out. Marquez deals, and it's high with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Another deal for the White Sox this offseason. Another one with the Rangers. They acquired third baseman Jonah McReynolds for Wellington Castillo and some international draft bonus pool money. There's a strike. And they claimed Tyron Guerrero off waivers from the Miami Marlins, a relief pitcher. Some extensions. Yoan Moncada signed a 5-year, $70 million extension with a club option as the White Sox look to lock down their young stars. 1-1 pitch here is going to miss outside. Now it's a hitter's count on the pitcher, Michael Kopech. Luis Roberts, center fielder, 6-year, $50 million extension with a $20 million club option. Actually, 2 $20 million club options. Aaron Bummer, reliever, signed a 5-year, $16 million extension with a couple club options. 2-1 delivery coming to Kopech is going to miss low and away, 3 balls and a strike. Marquez not throwing a ton of strikes early. Yuri Garcia waiting on deck. And Garcia, utility player, signed a 1-year, $3.5 million extension. Or a reworking of his deal, I suppose. There's a pitch low, and you do not want to walk the opposing starting pitcher, especially an AL one. Kopech draws the walk, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out against German Marquez here in the second. Yuri Garcia drew a walk and stole a base his first time up. He has a club option as well. He was on a 1-year, $3.25 million arbitration deal, but they reworked that. There's a fly ball to center field going back on this one is Dahl. This is deep. He's at the track, and he's going to watch it fly. It's a grand slam for Leury Garcia. It's his 7th home run of the season, and it is 4-0 White Sox here in the second. .1 mile per hour exit velocity. That one was clocked for a projected distance of 433 feet to straightaway center field. And it's been a bit of a rough start once again for German Marquez. Yoan Moncada takes a pitch outside. Lots of minor league signings as well for the White Sox this offseason. We'll see if you recognize any names. It's always fun to play that game. Ross Detweiler, Andrew Romine, Gorkis Hernandez. Oh boy, you better not see him in this series. I don't know if he's even on the Major League roster right now, but you know how he played against the Rockies when he was with the Giants. Chesler Cuthbert, Caleb Frere, Ryan Burr, Nicky Delmonico, Brian Mitchell, Matt Skoll, Adalberto Mejia, Zach Putnam, and former Rocky Christian Friedrich. So a pop-up first base side, foul territory. Murphy is camping under it, and he will make the catch for out number 2. Trying to find some notable losses for the White Sox, and there weren't many. Yolmer Sanchez was really fun to watch. He's with the Giants now. Tim Anderson will bat. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance. First pitch this time is taken for a strike with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. White Sox fans were a bit concerned at the start of the offseason when they shed some international bonus pool money and Wellington Castillo to the Rangers. They're thinking, oh, are we going to be selling this offseason? There's a fly ball to right field. Blackman going back to the track, and he'll make the catch. We'll talk more about the offseason for the White Sox when we return, but we got to take a look at this one more time. A grand slam for Leury Garcia, which gave the Chicago White Sox a 4-2 lead going to the bottom of the second. Nolan Arenado, first plate appearance of the game, and he gets to bat with a 4-0 deficit. 347 on the year, 9 home runs, 25 driven in, a 425 on base percentage for Nolan Arenado, who's on a 7-game hitting streak right now. Had a 10-gamer earlier this year. Arenado has not been doing much wrong to start this year. First pitch from Kopech. Here's going to miss just a bit outside of the 98-mile-an-hour fastball as the Rockies look to answer back right away. If you go to MLB Trade Rumors, they have their offseason in review series. You can read all about the offseason for the White Sox there. There's a swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that swung on and grounded towards second base. Mendick up with the ball. Throws to first, and that's out number 1. Let's look at the White Sox defense now, left to right in the outfield. We have Eloy Jimenez, Leury Garcia, and Nomar Mazara. Infield corners, Yohan Moncada and Edwin Encarnacion. Out the middle of your double play combination, Tim Anderson and Danny Mendick. And Yasmani Grandal will be catching for Michael Kopech. Grandal was a quick answer to that inauspicious start for the offseason for the White Sox. It was a strike below the knees, but called a strike to Daniel Murphy. It was the largest contract in franchise history for the catcher. Yasmani Grandal signing a 4-year, $73 million deal. Grandal is just 31 years old now. So swinging a ground ball, weakly hit towards the shift. Coming in on this one is Mendick, and he will throw to first. No, he got him. Murphy getting down that line as fast as he could. Ball hit really softly towards the shift, but Murphy not fast enough. Ryan McMahon will be the batter. 9 home runs, ranks... Well, it's tied for first with Nolan Arenado. McMahon had a good series against the Brewers. Hit 3 home runs, 2 in the first game, then 1 in the 9th inning of the final game. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Grandal is going to move James McCann to a backup role. McCann didn't play that terribly himself. He hit fairly well. It's a pitch outside, 99-mile-an-hour fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a pitch way inside, 98-mile-an-hour fastball, too close for comfort there to McMahon. It's a hitter's count now on him. Here comes this 2-1 from Kopech, and it's in there for a strike. And a swing and a foul out of play. The White Sox were also aggressively pursuing major starting pitcher additions this offseason. Not necessarily Garrett Cole or Steven Strasburg tier, as Ian Desmond waits on deck, full count on McMahon. But they were in the market for righty Zach Wheeler, who ended up signing with the Phillies for 5 years and $118 million. We'll see the Phillies on our next series. Pitch high and away with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. There's a walk to McMahon and a 2-out base runner for Ian Desmond. And apparently, the rumors are that the White Sox actually had the highest bid there. As Dinger tries to get the crowd excited, urge Ian Desmond to continue a 2-out rally. But Wheeler really wanted to remain close to New Jersey, the former Met. Desmond swings and misses at a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. They're also looking into veteran lefty Cole Hamels, who signed a 1-year, $18 million deal with the Braves. So that didn't happen. No indication if the White Sox were interested in Madison Bumgarner, is now with the D-backs. There's a swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 on Desmond. White Sox were interested in Jordan Lyles. He went to the Rangers for 2 years, $16 million. Eventually, they got Gio Gonzalez, who's finally going to pitch for the White Sox. Interesting story for him. Desmond swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. He strikes out on 3 pitches, and throw down will complete the strikeout. We'll talk about the interesting homecoming for Gio Gonzalez in the 3rd inning. 4-0 White Sox. Eloy Jimenez struck out his first time up. He leads off this top of the 3rd inning against German Marquez. 4-0 White Sox on a grand slam by Leury Garcia just an inning ago. And that's in there for a strike. So Gio Gonzalez, interesting story for him, now back with the White Sox on a 1-year deal. 34-year-old lefty was drafted 38th overall by the White Sox in 2004, but he was traded to the Phillies in the Jim Thome deal back in 2005. He then rejoined the White Sox in December 2006 in the Freddie Garcia trade. And then the Sox traded him again a year later in the Nick Swisher deal, and then Gonzalez made his major league debut with the A's, so he has yet to actually put on a White Sox uniform despite being with the organization 2 times in his 12-year career. Pitch low and a full count now on Eloy Jimenez. Edwin Encarnacion waiting on deck. White Sox are also looking into Hyunjin Ryu and Dallas Keuchel. They ended up getting Keuchel, 32-year-old. He's swinging a high fly ball towards deep right center field. That ball is absolutely smoked, and it's gone. 5-0 White Sox home run for Eloy Jimenez, his 3rd home run of the season. 5-0 White Sox. 2nd home run given up today by German Marquez. Up over 50 pitches now, and yet to record an out here in the 3rd inning. Jimenez took a good look at that one. And when you hit it that far, 449 feet with a 106.3 mile per hour exit velocity, you have plenty of time to watch it. Edwin Encarnacion will be the batter now. We'll get the 55th pitch of the day from German Marquez, and it's in there for a strike. Of course, the White Sox also added Nomar Mazara. Pitch low. Mazara soon to be 25 years old. Pitch inside. Hitter's count now on Edwin Encarnacion. Actually, turning 25 years old just a couple days ago was Nomar Mazara. Former Ranger who has never had a better than 95 weighted runs created plus. Remember, 100 is league average. So White Sox will be hoping for some rebounding from him. They were in on Marcell Ozuna at one point. It's a ground ball towards the shift. Second baseman McMahon playing over on the shortstop side of the bag makes the play for out number 1. White Sox are reportedly in on Jock Peterson, Cole Calhoun, Nick Castellanos, Yasiel Puig. Puig's still a free agent, by the way. They ended up going with this guy, Nomar Mazara, in a trade. He doubled and scored his first time up. And 37-year-old Edwin Encarnacion, very good hitter, signed him as well. He's cranked out at least 32 home runs in each of the last 8 seasons. And they have that option for the 2021 season for him as well. It's a 1-0 pitch now. And that's swung on and skied towards left field, hooking and foul. White Sox, as we mentioned, extended Aaron Bummer. Also have Alex Colomé and Kelvin Herrera at the back of their bullpen. They also signed Steve Cishek. Pitch outside, 2-1 the count. Cishek pitched for the Cubs for a couple seasons. Now he'll go to the other side of town. They're hoping for a little bit better of a season from their bullpen this year. 2-1 pitch coming, and that swung on and fouled out of play. So after they made all those deals, they decided to work on extensions. Mentioned Luis Roberts, contract is going to shut down any potential service time manipulation concerns. Clubs like to do that as much as they may tell you they don't, but now that they have him locked up, the White Sox do, that doesn't have to be a concern. There's a swing and a line drive towards left field. Desmond's going back on this one. That ball is going to get down and bounce off the wall. It's going to be a double and a lot of hard hits off German Marquez early in this ball game. 8th double for Nomar Mazara this year, his 2nd of the ball game. Marquez, let's look at that so far today. 2 1/3 innings pitch. He's at 65 pitches, 4 walks, 5 runs, 2 homers, and some more doubles. And Bud Black has seen enough. He's going to make a pitching change, just not the day for German Marquez. See who the new pitcher is coming out of the Rockies bullpen as Marquez only able to go 2 1/3 innings today. It'll be Jeff Hoffman, long reliever for the Rockies. He's 2-0 on the year. This is his 10th game, 20 innings pitched. 16 strikeouts, 9 walks, a 4.95 ERA, 2.79 average against lefties, 2.35 against righties. It's still early in this ball game. Rockies offense certainly has the potential of coming back from a 5-0 deficit, but Hoffman needs to stop the bleeding here. 5 runs across against German Marquez. That runner at second base still his responsibility. Swing and a miss. Quite a late swing from Yasmani Grandal there. He flied out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. This 0-1 delivery is swung on and missed. 2 swings and misses. Quickly 0-2 on Yasmani Grandal. Yohan Moncada and Luis Robert, both Cuban defectors who already had pretty good signing bonuses. There's a swing and a miss, and Hoffman makes very quick work of Yasmani Grandal. 3 swings and misses, and that is out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Danny Mendes.
Moncada already had $31.5 million already after he signed with the White Sox 5 years ago. So White Sox kind of getting a bargain on him. If he had another really good year, he could have got a $100 million deal, but signed for $70 million, and also 2 free agent years bought out. Danny Mendick drew a walk and scored a run in his first plate appearance of this ball game. Really looking for Carlos Rodon and Michael Kopech to bounce back this year. Kopech missing time due to Tommy John surgery in 2019. Of course, Lucas Giolito established himself as an ace last year. They've got a lot of young stars locked down for a while. Moncada, Jimenez, Roberts. Also, still some top prospects in their system. Andrew Vaughn, Nick Madrigal. Really good offseason for the White Sox and bright futures for all of them. There's a check swing, and he went too far. Count evens at 2. There's a swing and a line drive towards the gap in right center field. That ball is going to get down and go to the wall. That'll get a run home. RBI double for Danny Mendick. Scores Nomar Mazara ahead of him. That's the 9th double of the year for Mendick. 6-0 White Sox. First pitch to Kopech misses inside, ball 1. Drew a walk and scored a run, did the starting pitcher in his first plate appearance. Rough day for German Marquez. He's really fighting it out there to start this season. ERA well over 6 now. So swinging a foul out of play, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bud Black hoping Jeff Hoffman will be able to string some outs together. This 1-1 is taken for a strike. Also news from Simulated Bud Black today is that Wade Davis, after a pitching scoreless week of baseball, is going to slowly progress, and he'll get back to setup duties for now. Jairo Diaz really struggled lately, so he's going to try out more middle relief action. Worked for Davis, at least so far. He had a good week. 2-2 is the count on the starting pitcher, Kopech now. Black also said there might be some changes to the batting order coming in short order. There's a pitch low, full count. I could do without the opposing starting pitcher walking twice in the span of 2 innings, personally. Hoffman comes set, looks towards second base and delivers a swing and a ground ball towards third base. Softly, Arenado throws to first, and that'll retire the side. Rockies offense has some work to do. They're down 6-0. Wolters, Hoffman, Dahl due up in the third for the Rockies. Tony Wolters leads off this bottom of the third inning, 2 out 4 with no home runs on the year, 6 runs batted in for your starting catcher today. Kopech kicks and deals, pitch outside, ball 1, 93 mile an hour. I think that was a fastball. You're used to seeing him 99 to 100. That might have been a changeup, given how fast Kopech throws. Don't see many 93 mile an hour changeups, though. Wind up in the 1-0 pitch from Kopech's going to miss outside. There's a 98 mile an hour fastball. 2-0 on Wolters. It's the 8-9 one-hitters due up for the Rockies here in the bottom of the third in a game in which they trail early on 6-0. 2-0 is strike on the outside corner. Wolters still ahead in the count. Kopech into his motion windup, and the 2-1 is swung on and skied. That's going to drop fair. Wolters takes a big turn. He will hold to the single, and a leadoff single as the Rockies try to answer back here in the bottom of the third. Good things happen when you put the ball in play. This little cue shot off the bat of Tony Wolters, and he was able to dunk it in there down the left field line. Moncada was going out, was not able to get there in time, and Jeff Hoffman will get his first plate appearance of the day. It's 2 1/3 innings of work, 6 runs, all charged to Marquez today. Jeff Hoffman now in there, bunting situation. He lays one down. Coming in as a second baseman, Mendick will throw to first. Good bunt by Hoffman. And Wolters is in scoring position with 1 out now for the top of the order and David Dahl.
Now batting, the center fielder, David Dahl.
Dahl lined out his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Home run, 5 runs batted in on the year for Dahl. Still looking to get some of that power going for Dahl this year. Hopefully that injury last year wasn't detrimental for him in terms of getting his legs underneath him and hitting for power. 100 mile an hour fastball is swung on and missed. Just a bit of a slow start for David Dahl, though he has looked better. He certainly hit for doubles power. He's top 10 in the league in doubles. The swing and a high fly ball towards center field. Garcia's going back on this one. Now he's got it in range. Wolters should be able to tag on this one. Nope, he will hold up. And that's a good throw coming into third base. 2 outs now for Charlie Blackmon.
Now batting, the right fielder, Charlie
Blackmon grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1, 3 homers, 10 driven in on the year. 265 batting average. Also among the doubles leaders in the NL. From the set position, Kopech delivers, and it's low with a 98 mile an hour fastball. Kopech looks at second base, comes set, delivers a 1-0. It's taken high with a 97 mile an hour fastball. Blackmon ahead in the count. Kopech, we mentioned, really rough numbers coming into this start, walking over a batter per inning. Has given up a couple of walks today, but they have not hurt him. It's a pitch outside, 3-0 now on Charlie Blackmon. Trevor Story waiting on deck, hoping to cut the lead in half if Blackmon reaches ahead of him and keeps this thing going. Kopech holds the glove around his head, then lowers it a little bit when he comes set, delivers, and that pitch is a strike called. 99 mile an hour fastball might have fooled the home plate umpire. looked low from this vantage point. 3-1 delivery from Kopech is swung on and missed, and from 3-0 the count now goes full as that 100-mile-an-hour fastball is by Blackman. Kopech undoubtedly will make among the fastest throwing starters in the big leagues this year. Noah Syndergaard typically among those. 3-2 pitch here is swung on and ripped towards right field. That ball is going to be foul. Hit well by Blackman, but he hooked it foul. Another 3-2 delivery coming now. And it's swung on and grounded into left field, a base hit. Wolters will be held at third. Runners on the corners with 2 outs now for Trevor Story. Blackman beats the shift. Sit right where the White Sox weren't expecting it. Trevor Story, the batter now, struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1, 322 on base percentage on the year with a 412 slugging. Starting to lower those numbers again after he was on a hot stretch. Pays to not dig yourself a hole too early in the season. And first pitch is going to be just a bit outside, 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Kopech. Kopech was drafted in the first round by the White Sox in the 2014 draft, 33rd overall. He's pitched low, 2-0 now on Story. Part of that Chris Sale deal was Kopech. He went over to the Red Sox. 2-0 pitch coming now. That's swung on and missed. Story having trouble catching up with the heat that's being delivered. And that's going to miss outside. 3 balls and a strike now. Nolan Arenado is waiting on deck. Rockies certainly had plenty of opportunities in that series against the Brewers, plenty of base runners. It was unfortunately too little too late by the time they tried and they decided to start scoring, though. Here comes a 3-1 delivery, and that's going to miss high. Ball 4, he walked him. Story keeps the line moving. We're starting to see a little bit of those command issues that plagued Kopech coming into this start. Nolan Arenado coming up now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Quite a deal for the White Sox and Red Sox back in the 2016-17 offseason. Again, Chris Sale to Chicago, Yohan Moncada and Michael Kopech coming over to the White Sox, and Luis Alexander Basabe and Victor Diaz as well. Pitch misses outside Nolan Arenado. Quickly behind on the third baseman is Michael Kopech. As he's starting to struggle with that command, was well advertised coming into this game. Wolters on third, Blackman on second, Story on first. 1-0 pitch to Arenado is going to miss way high, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Certainly nothing wrong with that velocity, but not being able to locate it has been Kopech. It's not hurt him so far, but he's got the bases loaded, albeit with 2 outs. Nolan Arenado batting here in the bottom of the third. And this 2-0 is going to miss high. 3 balls, no strikes. Daniel Murphy is waiting on deck. Kopech really cruised through the first 2 innings, starting to lose that command. This pitch will be his 50th of the day now. And that's outside, ball 4. He walked him. Arenado will drive in Tony Wolters with a bases loaded walk with 2 outs. Rockies on the board trailing at 6-1. Daniel Murphy will be the batter. He grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 296 average, 353 on base, and 454 slugging. Solid numbers for Murphy. He's cooled off just a little bit as of late. righty on lefty matchup now. First pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Garcia's going back on this one. He'll make the catch. That will retire the side. Rockies get on the board, slowly trying to chip away at this, what was a 6-run lead for the White Sox. It's 6-1 after 3. Jeff Hoffman back to work here in the 4th inning. He'll face Leury Garcia, who's had quite a day already. First pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. Desmond camping under it. 1 pitch, 1 out for Hoffman. That's a good start to the 4th. Garcia with a walk and a grand slam in this ball game. Really rough outing for German Marquez. 2 1/3 innings pitched. 6 runs on 4 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, only 65 pitches. Not able to get out of the 3rd today was Marquez. The ERA continues to climb as Marquez is fighting it early on this season. Yoan Moncada will be the batter 0 for 2 today. Rockies have handled him, strikeout and a pop-out. Hoffman into his motion windup, and his first pitch here is swung on and skied towards left field. Desmond dives, and it's off his glove, and that's going to be a base hit for Yoan Moncada, his first hit of the ball game.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Tim.
That'll bring up Tim Anderson. "6-1 White Sox. Runner on first base with 1 out for the Sox now with this game in the top of the 4th. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner from Hoffman. Anderson drew a walk back in the 1st inning. .331 on base percentage for him. .522 slugging. Never going to draw a whole bunch of walks, is Anderson. Not part of his game, but good speed, good defense, and good bat-to-ball skills for the White Sox shortstop. This pitch is taken inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. This 1-1 is swung on and chopped up the middle into center field, a base hit. Couple runners on now for the White Sox on 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Tim Anderson will be 27 on June 23rd. Eloy Jimenez will be the batter. Hoffman looks at second base, comes set, delivers his first pitch, and it's swung on and fouled the other way. Jimenez hit a home run to make it 5-0 back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2 today. He's trying to work those numbers back up. Bit of a rough start to his 2020 campaign. 0-1 from Hoffman is going to miss low and away with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Inside hitter's count now on Eloy Jimenez. From the set position, Hoffman looks towards second base, delivers. And it's in there for a strike, big sweeping curveball from Hoffman that time. Now the count evens at 2. And a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded into left field, a base hit. That will get another run home. And now it is 7-1 White Sox. And Steve Foster, Rockies pitching coach, will go out to the mound to have some words with Jeff Hoffman. So the Rockies are searching for a pitcher who can string some outs together. Tim Anderson moves up to second base. First pitch here to Edwin Encarnacion is taken just a bit low. Rockies fought back with a run in the bottom of the third, bases loaded walk to Nolan Arenado. Now White Sox answering right back, and there's a swing and a foul out of play. One pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. Ben Kuchner-Kavich of Purple Row along with you. Want to let you know this game is not affiliated with Major League Baseball, MLB The Show 20, or the Colorado Rockies. Jeff Hoffman looks towards Anderson at second base, delivers a 1-2, and that's swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 30,
Nomar Mazara will be the batter. Run across here in this 4th inning for the White Sox. Yoan Moncada scoring. Mazara takes first pitch inside, 93-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1. 2 doubles, 2 runs scored for Mazara today, hitting .293 on the year, a .347 on base percentage, slugging close to the 500 mark. Here comes a 1-0, and it's swung on and skied in the air towards center field. Dahl's going back on this one, and he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. White Sox get another run. It is 7-1 Chicago. Going to the bottom of the 4th, McMahon, Desmond, Wolters due up for the Rockies. Ryan McMahon drew a walk in his first plate appearance, hitting .245 on the season, 9 home runs, 18 driven in. 3 of those home runs came in the last series against the Brewers. 2 in the first game, then a 9th inning home run in the final game. All 3 of those homers off of lefties, a couple of them off Josh Hader in the 9th. First pitch here is going to miss low and away. We saw Kopech start to struggle with his command for really the first time this game in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He had some really rough numbers from the command standpoint coming into this one. 1-0 pitch coming to McMahon is swung on and fouled the other way over the head of third base coach Stu Cole. Stu getting a chance to test those reflexes. This 1-1 pitch coming is going to miss outside with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Hitter's count now on McMahon. Still the high velocity there from Kopech. Still pumping it in, 98 to 100 consistently. Here's a 2-1, and that's going to miss a low, 97. 3 balls and a strike. Ian Desmond is waiting on deck. Nice, comfortable 6-run lead for Kopech to work with. His motion windup, and that swung on and chopped foul. Now a full count on Ryan McMahon. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1 here in the 4th. And that will bring up Ian Desmond. Struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. Did not look very comfortable against Kopech. And that's taken for a strike of the knees. Rockies in danger of falling back to the 500 mark with a loss today. Desmond, again, we mentioned, struck out his first time up on 3 pitches. Things are looking pretty good for the Rockies after they swept the Giants, then came back home, and now they're close to being the 500 mark again. 33 of 59 pitches have been strikes for Kopech today. Not a great ratio. It's mostly been the most recent innings, especially, I would say, the 3rd, when Kopech has struggled with his command. 0-2 pitch coming to Desmond is swung on and popped up. Put the ball in play that time. First baseman Abreu coming in. He'll make the catch. Sorry, that's Encarnacion, and that is out number 1. Abreu not playing today, but will be playing in a White Sox uniform for much of the rest of his career, it appears, with that extension he signed this offseason. Tony Wolters singled and scored the lone run of the game for the Rockies back in the 3rd on the bases-loaded walk to Nolan Arenado. And he swings and pulls one towards the right field corner and foul and out of play. This 0-1 is taken low. Slowing away, hitters count now on Tony Wolters. Rockies trying for some more 2-out magic. It's swung on and grounded toward short. Anderson up with the ball, throws to first, and that will retire the side. We're through 4 innings, 7-1 White Sox. Looks like we'll see Jeff Hoffman get another inning of work in the 5th. Fifth inning, Carlos Estevez now warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Jeff Hoffman out there for his third inning of work. Yasmani Grandal leads things off. He struggled today, 0 for 2 flyout, and he struck out on 3 pitches in his first at-bat against Jeff Hoffman. First pitch this time is taken outside. Grandal elects to lay off one that time. There's Estevez up in the bullpen for the Rockies. He might get the 6th. The pitcher's spot is due up first in the bottom half of this 5th inning. Let's see, a pinch hitter for him. 1-0 pitch from Hoffman is taken high and tight. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And this 2-0 is in there for a strike, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Two-one delivery is swung on and fouled the other way. So our last 2 games in the month of April. 2-2 pitch coming is taken in the dirt with a curveball. Danny Mendick waiting on deck. Full count on Grandal. Off day on Thursday. Then the Phillies are who the Rockies play. They go to Philly for a road trip that's going to take them to the city of brotherly love. And boy, can you ever tell, going to Citizens Bank Ballpark. And then to Detroit to play the Tigers in interleague action. Just swinging a high fly ball towards left center field. On the run is Dahl. On the run is Desmond. Dahl will get there, and he will make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman.
They'll bring up Danny Mendick. Double RBI runs scored, also a walk in this ballgame for Mendick, whose numbers continue to climb. 376 average, 419 on base percentage, slugging over the 550 mark. 38th pitch of the day from Hoffman is going to be inside. Might see Yency Almonte in that series in Detroit. Almonte was claimed off waivers in our simulation by the Tigers just about a week ago now. This 1-0 delivery is going to miss inside. 5th inning, so that means it's time to check some scores around baseball. 5-1 Tigers beat the Yankees. Miguel Cabrera hit his first home run of the year. 9-5 Red Sox lead the Blue Jays. They're in the 8th inning. Andrew Benintendi has hit his first home run of the year for the Red Sox. Rowdy Tellez has a couple home runs for the Blue Jays, his 5th and 6th of the season. There's a line drive right into the glove of the first baseman Murphy for out number 2.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Michael Kopech will bat. 5-0 Rangers lead the Oakland Athletics in the 5th inning. Kopech has a walk and a run scored in this ballgame. Todd Frazier hit his 5th home run of the year. Not the Todd Father Frazier for the Rangers. 2-1 Seattle leads the Angels in the 2nd inning. They'll swing a line drive towards the gap in left center field off the bat of Kopech. That ball is going to get down and go to the wall in the deepest part of the ballpark. Cruising into second base as Kopech takes a wide turn, but that pitcher will be held there. A couple times on base today for Kopech, and that, my friends, is his first major league hit. First major league hit for the opposing starting pitcher from the AL club. Really rocked that one towards deep left center field. There's a walk and a run scored already in this ballgame. Now his first major league hit, a double. And Leury Garcia, 1 for 2 on the day, also has a walk, a grand slam back in the 2nd inning. Got the White Sox on the board first. Gave them a 4-0 lead. He's got a 986 OPS on the year. Pretty good numbers, well over the 5. I think he's at 8 home runs now. 7 or 8 home runs for Garcia. Not bad for your leadoff hitter, the speedy center fielder. Hoffman comes set, delivers his first pitch to Garcia, and it's swung on and ripped in the air towards deep right field. Way back, and that ball is gone. Second home run of the day for Leury Garcia. Now he has 8. And it is 9-1 White Sox here in the 5th. It's going to make it 6 runs batted in here in the 5th inning on the day for Leury Garcia. He's got a grand slam and 2 runs scored for the starting pitcher, Michael Kopech. Walk and his first major league hit, a double. As the Rockies have seen some rough outings today from German Marquez, and now Jeff Hoffman pitched in relief. Rockies are going to have to go to their bullpen as Hoffman cannot get it done. Carlos Estevez, new pitcher. This is his 19th game of the year. 17 2/3 innings pitched. 4.58 ERA, 23 strikeouts and 5 walks. Righty still hitting .500 against him. Lefty's only 111 as the reverse splits continue early on this year for Carlos Estevez. 9-1 White Sox. First pitch from Estevez. It's going to be a strike at the knees to Yoan Moncada. 1 for 3 single and a run scored in this ball game. 316, 7 home runs, 21 driven in on the year. Estevez kicks and deals. An 0-1 is going to miss low with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. No struggle for velocity from either side in this ball game. Kopech can easily hit 100 miles per hour. Marquez was hitting 99, but not an effective 99. There's a strike on the outside corner with 98 from Estevez. 9-1 White Sox. Rockies going to need 8 runs to tie this ball game over the course of 5 innings. But I would say the momentum is currently shifted in favor of the Chicago White Sox. Up 9-1 in this ball game. And swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Thank you, Carlos Estevez. He puts an end to this inning, but not before Leury Garcia with a 2-run home run makes it 9-1 White Sox. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. Might see a pinch hitter, might see Estevez. Then we have the 1-2 hitters due up for the Rockies.
Attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Rockies.
Armel Tapia is going to pinch hit. Lead off the bottom of the 5th. 125 on the year, 216 on base percentage. Carlos Estevez just faces 1 batter. And now it's Dane Dunning up in the bullpen for the White Sox. Michael Kopech out for his 5th inning of work. Tapia swings at the first pitch, pops it up third base side. Yoan Moncada makes the catch for out number 1.
Up next for Colorado, the center fielder, David.
We'll bring up David Dahl. Kopech delivers, swinging a ground ball foul the other way. Final, Reds beat the Braves 7-0 today. Anthony Desclafani gets the win. 4-2 is his record. Former Rocky Charlie Culberson goes 2 for 4 in the losing cause for Atlanta. Eugenio Suarez hits 2 home runs, his 8th and 9th of the year for Cincinnati. 5-1. Mets lead the Marlins in the 8th as Dahl strikes out. Michael Conforto hit his 4th home run of the year for the Metropolitans. 6-5 Cubs lead the Pirates there in the 8th inning. Kramer hit a homer for the Pirates. We'll see if Newman joins in. 6th home run of the year for Chris Bryant. Right now in the 8th inning, Milwaukee Brewers lead Washington Nationals 5-4 in a rematch of the NL wildcard game last year. Starlin Castro is homered for the Nats. Brock Holt for Milwaukee. Charlie Blackmon 1 for 2 base hit back in the 3rd inning. Giants right now lead the Phillies 1-0. They're in the 2nd. 0-1 pitch coming to Blackmon's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Final, Baltimore Orioles beat the Kansas City Royals 4-2. Richard Blyer gets his 1st win of the year for the Orioles. Mike Montgomery 2-2 with a loss for the Royals. Despite Salvador Perez hitting a home run, there's a fly ball to center field. Going back on this one is Garcia. He'll make the catch. And that's going to retire the side. We're through 5 innings, 9-1 White Sox. They'll have their 3, 4, 5 hitters due up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
New pitcher for the Rockies is James Pazos. 14 1/3 innings on the year. This is his 16th appearance. 14 strikeouts, 8 walks, has a 5.65 ERA. Giving up a few hits, striking out around a batter per inning. So that's good news. Tim Anderson 1 for 2 on the day.
Tim Anderson.
First pitch from the lefty, Pazos, is swung on and fouled out of play. Pazos into his motion windup, and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and skied towards right. This is a long run for Blackman. It'll drop harmlessly in foul territory. Quickly 0-2 on Tim Anderson. 0-2 from Pazos is swung on and lined right into the glove of the first baseman, Daniel Murphy. That's out number 1 here in the 6th. And Eloy Jimenez will be the new batter. Wade Davis starting to throw in the Rockies bullpen. Fairly low stress situation for him, I'd say. Eloy Jimenez, 2 for 3 home runs single. He's driven in a couple today. A majestic home run to deep right center field for him. First pitch from Pazos here is taken just a little bit low, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. There's Davis, number 71, warming up in the Rockies bullpen. 8-run lead for the White Sox here in the 6th. Pazos kicks and deals. Swung on and chopped foul. Pazos holds that glove around his head, brings it back down by the time he gets ready to go into his windup. Here it comes. And that's taken outside. Hitters count now on Eloy Jimenez. 2-1 pitch is swung on and pulled foul. The 2-2 is low, full count. Edwin Encarnacion waiting on deck. 9-1 White Sox here in the 6th. 3-2 pitch from Pazos is swung on and lined on a hop to the second baseman. McMahon throws to first. That's out number 2. And that'll leave it up to Edwin Encarnacion.
23, Edwin Encarnacion.
So look at Marquez, still out there rooting for his team. Encarnacion, former member of the Yankees, former member of the Cleveland Indians, former Blue Jay, former Cincinnati Red way back when. First pitch, well, not sure what you can do when you don't get calls like that. 9-1 ball game. I think the umpire would want to get things going a little bit. Also, former member of the Mariners was Edwin Encarnacion. Yeah. There was speculation that he might be traded to the Rays in that 2018-19 offseason. That never materialized. 1-1 pitch coming. He's going to miss low. Hitters count now on Edwin Encarnacion. Encarnacion from the Dominican Republic, born in La Romana. Swinging a high fly ball towards center field. Dahl going back on this one. He's at the track. He'll look up, and that ball is gone. Home run for Edwin Encarnacion. White Sox have reached double digits. 14th home run of the year for Edwin Encarnacion. 10-1 White Sox. And the parrot will fly around the bases. Encarnacion was drafted by the Rangers in the 9th round of the 2000 draft. He signed with them. He was eligible for the Major League Baseball draft because he was a resident of Puerto Rico. He split time between the DR and the PR after his father took a job coaching at a Puerto Rican college. Turning 37 on January 7th was Edwin Encarnacion. Lefty-on-lefty matchup now. Nomar Mazara takes first pitch strike from James Pazos. 2001 in June, Rangers traded Encarnacion over to the Reds. There's Nomar Mazara now. We'll see if we can find some fun facts about him to share with you in this 10-1 ball game. Pitch misses low and away.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Mazara, 24 years old now. Made his major league debut in the 2016 season for the Rangers. 79 career home runs, 308 batted in. Signed as an international free agent in 2011 with a $5 million signing bonus. It was a record, that actually was, the record bonus for a non-American prospect. Swinging a ground ball, hit up the middle. Over there is Story. He'll throw to first and got him. Caromed off of Hoffman. Edwin Encarnacion homers to make it 10-1 White Sox. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Trevor Story will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Drew a walk back in the 3rd inning. 328 on base percentage, 739 OPS for Story on the year. Otherwise 0 for 1 in this ball game. Very storied career for Trevor, and I promise you that was not a pun. A pun was not intended there. There's a line drive towards right field. Diving catch by Nomar Mazara. And White Sox are doing it on both sides of the ball today. We'll bring up Nolan Arenado. Arenado, 0 for 1, did have a bases-loaded walk, the 1 run batted in of the game for the Rockies. First pitch from Kopech is taken high and tight with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Still upper 90s velocity for Kopech here in the bottom of the 6th. He's had a lot of time to do some sitting and watch his offense score runs today. Pitch misses low and away, 2-0, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Arenado, only infielder to win the Gold Glove in each of his first 7 Major League seasons. Pitch high, 3-0 now. Arenado selected with 59th overall selection in the 2nd round of the 2009 draft by the Rockies. Signed with the Rockies and ended up being a pretty good decision for him instead of going to ASU. The path has led him here. There's a strike with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. For the 2011 season, Arenado was considered the 80th best prospect overall by Baseball America, 3rd best in the Rocky system. They were just worried about his defense. Swing and a miss, count goes full. They were like, hey, this guy's going to hit. Just don't know if he'll be able to hit with that. He'll be able to use that glove over there at 3rd. Ended up not being too much of an issue. Ground ball to 3rd, knocked down, and throw to first by Moncada is still in time to get Arenado for out number 2. Daniel Murphy will be the batter. As Rick Renteria has to be pleased with how his team has performed here at Coors Field today. Daniel Murphy over 2 flat and a ground out. First pitch misses inside with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Murphy, All-Star in 2014, 16, and 17. The Mets and 2 times with the Nationals. 1-0 pitch is swung on and grounded foul. Born in Jacksonville, Florida. Murphy went to high school at Englewood High School in Jacksonville. There's a pitch in the dirt. Murphy went to Jacksonville University. Ground ball hit towards the shift. Shortstop Anderson throws to first, and that'll retire the side. We're through 6 innings. It's 10-1 White Sox. Grandal, Mendick, Kopech due up in the 7th for the White Sox.
Leading off for the White Sox, the catcher,
Yasmani Grandal leads off here in the 7th. James Pazos up for his 2nd inning of work. First pitch misses and is called a ball. 1-0 now to Yasmani Grandal. Switch hitter, batting right against the lefty. Pazos is also called a ball. Not sure where those first 2 missed. And a 2-0 now is swung on and lined right to the first baseman Daniel Murphy for out number 1.
the batter, the second baseman, Danny Mendick.
That'll bring up Danny Mendick. Mendick drafted by the White Sox in the 22nd round of the 2015 draft. Was a September call-up last year, made his debut on September 3 against Cleveland as a pinch runner. Went to Pittsford Mendon High School. Mendick went to Mendon in Pittsford, New York. Went to UMass Lowell to play in college. One from Pazos is swung on and pulled foul. 10-1 White Sox. Couple homers today for Leury Garcia. Homer for Nomar Mazara. Homer for Edwin Encarnacion. Lots of base runners. Pitch low and in. Count evens at 2. Pazos gets the sign he likes. From the windup, the pitch is swung on and grounded towards third base. It goes under the glove of Arenado into left field. We'll see how they score that one. Be an error on the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Just was not able to pick that one. We'll see if it took a funny hop. Did not appear to be anything too difficult. Michael Kopech, 1 for 2, first major league hit a double. Also scored a couple runs, as he has walked as well. Not a banner day for the Rockies. 10-1 White Sox. Pitch from Pazos is swung on and missed. Big hack from Kopech. Thinks he's a hitter. He is a hitter. Pitchers can be hitters too. 0-1 pitch coming. Is going to miss low. Mendick on first base after reaching on the error by the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Words I can't believe came out of my mouth. Foul out of play. 1-1 the count. 1-2 I should say. And that's just a bit inside. Count evens at 2. Kopech goes back out for the 7th inning. Would think he would if since he's getting a plate appearance here. We've seen in a couple opposing managers send their pitchers out and then make a pitching change in the bottom half of the inning. It happened in the Brewers series. Craig Counsell doing that. There's a throw over to first. 10-1 ball game. Pazos a little concerned about the base runner over there. Every out is precious. Maybe just something to break up the monotony. 2-2 pitch coming is strike 3 called, and Kopech goes down on strikes. That's out number 2, and that will turn the lineup over now for Leury Garcia. And I guess we'll take a look. Why not? Back in the 5th inning. Here's his second of 2 home runs today. The first was a grand slam. This one was very deep to right field, so he's got 6 runs batted in today. Pazos comes set, delivers his first pitch here, and that's a strike on the inside corner. Pazos looks over at first base, where Mendick is, delivers, and it's swung on and skied in the air towards left center field. Desmond got a bad read on this one. Now he'll make up for it and make the catch. 7th inning stretch time. Corey Shembry will sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." McMahon, Desmond, Wolters due up in the bottom half of this inning.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Your attention, please.
Well, yeah, like we said last inning, we didn't know if some opposing managers have done this, sent the pitcher out to bat and then make a pitching change in the bottom half of the inning. White Sox selecting to do it. Rick Renteria, Dane Dunning, new pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. He'll face Ryan McMahon to start things off. Jimmy Cordero and Jace Fry are warming up in the White Sox bullpen. McMahon drew a walk back in the second inning. Otherwise 0 for 1 today, 242 average, 9 home runs. It looked for at least an inning that Kopech might have been losing his command, but instead he goes 6 strong innings, only giving up a run. First pitch is a strike with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to McMahon. A 0-1 pitch coming from Dunning, and it's going to miss a low and away. There's Cordero and Fry warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Righty-lefty, double-barrel action for the Pale Hose. And that's going to miss inside. Hitter's count now on Ryan McMahon. Rockies need 9 runs to tie this ball game over the course of the next 3 innings. Dunning kicks and deals, and it's in there for a strike. 10-1 White Sox. Haven't seen any of the regulars get taken out yet for either side. Swinging a line drive towards center field. Camping under it and making the catch is Leori Garcia. He's had a very good day today. That's out number 1.
The left fielder, number 20,
Ian Desmond will be the batter. 1 out here in the 7th. He's 0 for 2 strikeout and a pop-out. Batting average sitting at .211 right now for Ian Desmond. He could use a hit here, facing a righty. And he takes first pitch strike. 0-1 delivery from Dunning is going to miss low and away.
Ball, 1 strike.
And 1-1 from Dunning is swung on and fouled out of play. One-two delivery is swung on and pulled. And that's another diving catch. Eloy Jimenez. A couple diving catches today. Take a look at that one again. Not hardly anything going wrong for the White Sox today. That'll leave it up to Tony Wolters. 1 for 2 singled and scored in this ball game. Scored on a RBI bases loaded walk to Arenado earlier in this one. The lone run of the game for the Rockies. First pitch here from Dunning is taken for a strike at the knees. The 0-1 is going to miss low. Pitcher's spot is on deck. That's James Pazos. 1-1 pitch to Wolters is swung on and cued. Foul, just fouled on the third base line. And a 1-2. That's swung on and missed. Pitch in the dirt. Grandal will corral it. Throw to first to complete the strikeout. We're through 7. 10-1 White Sox. Double switch time for Bud Black. We'll see who gets to rest easy for the rest of this one. New pitcher will be Wade Davis. 13 2/3 innings pitched. 12 strikeouts, 2 walks, 8.56 ERA. This is his 19th game, 3.89 average against righties, 3.18 against lefties. Chris Owings will replace Ian Desmond in left field, so he will be in the number 9 spot in the order. Pitcher is now 7th. It's the 9-1-2 hitters due up in the bottom of the 8th for the Rockies. First pitch from Wade Davis here is taken low and away. Good week for Wade Davis, as we mentioned earlier. 14,155 in attendance here at Coors Field. The good thing is that there's not many people here to see this ballgame. 10-1 White Sox have the lead. Davis, a scoreless week of work. A few outings, which he looked pretty good. Had a couple of strikeouts in one of those outings as well. Some nice 1-2-3 innings. The pitch here is taken for a strike. So Davis expected to see some setup duty. Not going to see any of that today. There'll be no hold or save opportunities for the Rockies in this one, barring a miraculous comeback. He'll swing in a high fly ball to right field. That's deep. It's going to hook, though, and it will go foul. 1-2 now. One-two from Davis. It's going to miss low. 95-mile-an-hour fastball there. Just a bit outside, count goes full. Mets beat Miami today, 5-2. Steven Matz goes 6 2/3 innings, strikes out 7. Brian Anderson homers in a losing cause for Miami. Pirates beat the Cubs 9-7. So swinging a ground ball pulled foul. 2 home runs on the day for Newman. 5th and 6th of the year. Chris Bryant goes 3 for 5 in that ball game with his 6th homer. Brewers now are final. They beat the Nationals 5-4. Ground ball back to the mound. Throw to first by Davis is out number 1. Yohan Moncada is retired. And Tim Anderson will be the batter. 1 for 3. Got a base hit in the 4th. 294 average on the year. Phillies and Giants are tied at 1 there in the 5th inning. JT Realmuto has hit his 5th home run of the year for the Phils. Rockies will see the Phillies next on their road trip after this quick 2-game set with the Chicago Southsiders. 0-1 pitch from Davis here is taken low. 4-2 Orioles beat the Royals. Anthony Santander homered for Baltimore. Daniel Norris got his first win of the year in that 5-1 Tiger victory over the Yankees. Jordan Montgomery the loss. 1-2 pitch now coming from Davis. And it's swung on and pulled towards third base. Arenado up at the ball. Throws to first. That's out number 2. So final now in Toronto. Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 10-5. Despite 2 home runs from Rowdy Tellez for the Blue Jays. Final Rays have beat the Cleveland Indians 2-1. Eloy Jimenez 2 for 4 homer and a single in this ballgame. Clevenger goes 7 innings, strikes out 9 for Cleveland. Swinging a foul towards the screen. 5-2 Rangers over the A's now in the 8th inning. A's have gotten on the board thanks to a homer for Marcus Semien, his 10th of the year. He's off to a good start this season. 0-1 pitch coming here. Is swung on and fouled out of play. 11-4 Angels lead the Mariners there in the 5th inning. Brian Goodwin has 3 hits, including his 4th home run of the year for the Angels. Daniel Vogelbach has 2 home runs for Seattle, his 8th and 9th of the season. The 2 pitch here is going to hit Eloy Jimenez. A 2-out hit by pitch.
The first baseman, number 23, Edwin.
And that'll bring up Edwin Encarnacion. Homered his last time up, 1 for 4 in this ballgame. 286, 404 on base percentage, 1119 OPS. Really good start to the season for Edwin Encarnacion. Davis comes set. Brief look over his shoulder, delivers his first pitch to Encarnacion. That's in there for a strike. Davis and Encarnacion faced each other before, back when Encarnacion was a member of the Cleveland Indians. Davis, a Kansas City Royal. Now a new AL Central team for Encarnacion. This 0-1 is swung on and grounded foul. Quickly 0-2 on Encarnacion. Davis trying to set him down and send this game to the bottom of the 8th. 10-1 White Sox. That swung on and ripped towards left field. Coming in is Desmond. Owing has replaced him on the defensive switch. That will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 10-1 White Sox. Chris Owings, rough start to his career as a Rocky. 160 average, 323 on base percentage, a little bit better of a number. He leads off the bottom of the 8th, in which the White Sox have a 10-1 lead. First pitch here is going to miss high and tight. Dane Dunning out for his second inning of work for the White Sox. Some more interleague play. Diamondbacks right now lead the Astros 5-1. Christian Walker is homered. Twins have a lead over the Dodgers 4-1. It's good news in that ball game. Max Muncy has homered for the lone run of the game for the Dodgers. David Dahl waiting on deck. It's 3-0 now on Chris Owings. Into his motion, the windup, and this 3-0 pitch from Dunning is going to miss outside. Ball 4, he walked him. Leadoff walk for Chris Owings here on the bottom of the 8th. Rick Renteria can't be too happy about that. His club's got a 9-run lead. Last thing he wants to see is a loss of command from his reliever. David Dahl will bat 0 for 3. Batting average now at .239 for David Dahl. Dunning takes a peek over his shoulder, delivers, and that swung on and popped up. Third base side, foul territory. Moncada camping under it. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
Up next for Colorado, the right fielder,
Charlie Blackmon will be the batter. He's 1 for 3, got a base hit back in the third inning. 270, 348 on base percentage, solid 798 OPS for Charlie Blackmon. From the set position, first pitch from Dunning is swung on and chopped foul at the plate. And there's a pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's on the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Owings on first base after his leadoff 4-pitch walk. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. 10-1 White Sox. 1-2 is swung on and pulled foul. And that's low and in the dirt. Count evens at 2. Just a bit outside. Full count now on Charlie Blackmon. Trevor Story is waiting on deck, hoping to get an opportunity with as few outs as possible. Dunning's 3-2 to Blackmon is going to miss outside. Ball 4, he walked him. A couple men on now for Trevor Story. Owings and Blackmon both walking here in the bottom of the 8th.
up next for Colorado, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
Story 0 for 2 did draw a walk back in the third inning. 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in on the year. Dunning comes set. His first pitch here is swung on and fouled out of play. Dunning looks over towards second base where Owings is, delivers, and that's cued towards first base, and Story's out, and Blackman is safely back to first base. I thought Encarnacion might have got him on the tag, but nope. That'll give Nolan Arenado another chance. Walk, and the lone RBI of this ball game came in a bases-loaded situation earlier. Tony Wolters was the one who crossed the dish. First pitch here is taken for a strike on the inside corner. It's going to miss in the dirt. It'll get away momentarily from Grandal, but he will corral it. No runners will be able to advance. It's Owings on second, Blackman on first, both of them drawing walks. 1-1 pitch to Arenado is going to miss outside.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. Going back on this one is Eloy Jimenez. He makes the catch. That'll retire the side. We're through 8 innings. It's 10-1 White Sox. Happy 9th inning to you. Nomar Mazara leads off. 2 for 4, 2 doubles. Scored twice. 287, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in on the year. Wade Davis out for his second inning of work. He'll get another chance to lower that ERA. Good 8th inning for him. First pitch here is taken just a bit inside, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. The 1-0 from Davis is taken high. Now it's 2-0 on Nomar Mazara, former Texas Ranger. And that swung on and ripped in the air towards right field. Blackman going back on this one. And that ball's off the very top of the wall. That's going to be a double for Nomar Mazara, leading things off here in the 9th. Third double of the day for Mazara. He's got 9 on the year. Nearly snuck that one out of here, but off the very top of the wall above the play ball sign out there in right. Yasmani Grandal will get another at bat here in the 9th. First pitch from Davis is swung on and missed.
0-1.
Grandal 0 for 4, one of the only White Sox not to enjoy. Get in on the feasting of the offense today. Davis looks towards second base, delivers, and that swung on and popped up fair territory. Story camping under it. He'll go into shallow left field, make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Danny Mendick will be the batter with 1 out, runner in scoring position. Double RBI run scored walk in this game for Danny Mendick. Trying to at least put a 1 in all the notches of the box score. Hit, run, RBI. Walk, swing and a foul out of play. It sounds as though a nice catch was made over on the right field side. Let's see if we can get video of that one for you. 0-1 pitch coming from Davis is going to miss outside.
Ball, that's out.
Davis comes set, delivers. And it's swung on and grounded under the glove of Arenado into left field. Mazara will be waved around third, and the throw to the plate will not be made, cut off. It's 11-1 White Sox. It's an RBI for not Yasmani Grandal, for Danny Mendick. Another RBI for him today. Pitcher Dane Dunning will bat for himself. And that pitch is going to miss just a bit off the plate.
Count 1-0.
Well, we saw Michael Kopech pick up his first major league hit, a double. earlier in this one. Scored a couple runs in this ballgame, also walked. This 1-0 is swung on and missed.
1-1.
It was a good 8th inning of work for Davis, giving up at least 1 run now here in the 9th. Takes a peek over his shoulder, delivers a 1-1, and that's swung on and missed for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
This one, too, is taken high. Davis about to throw his 30th pitch of the day, shakes off Wolters once, gets the sign he likes from the set position, looks over his shoulder, and delivers. Swing and a miss, he got him on strikes, that's out number 2. Davis retires the opposing relief pitcher.
The center fielder, number 28.
And Leury Garcia. What a day it has been for him. He's got to be the player of the game in this one. Couple homers today. He'll get another at bat here in the 9th. First pitch is taken for a strike.
0-1 to count.
Here's a look at this big line. 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in, a couple runs scored. Slugging .628 now on the year. That speedy center fielder leading off. He doesn't have any power. Here comes an 0-1 from Davis, and it's swung on and skied towards left field, shallow. Owings coming in. He'll make the catch, and we head to the bottom of the 9th. Rockies looking for 10 runs to tie this ball game. Who do they have due up? Murphy, McMahon, and then the pitcher spot. Daniel Murphy will lead off here in the bottom of the 9th. Dane Dunning out for a 3rd inning of work. 6 strong innings for Michael Kopech today, and now Dunning doing the rest. .291 with 2 home runs, 12 runs batted in on the year for Murphy. He's 0 for 3 today. Rockies just need one of those 9-run homers to tie. Well, 10-run homer now. First pitch here is going to be high with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Dunning kicks and deals. That's swung on and grounded towards the shift. Mendick makes the play for out number 1. That will bring up Ryan McMahon. In 2 of his last 3 games, he's homered in the 9th inning. Drew a walk earlier in this one, otherwise 0 for 2. Dunning's first pitch here is swung on and pulled towards the shift. Second baseman Mendick is there to make the play once again, and the Rockies are now down to their final out. Pitcher spot is due up. It was Wade Davis. Tapia was already used. Owings already in the ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
It's going to be Sam Hilliard.
Pinch hitting for the Rockies. Number 22.
Haven't seen him much this year. 143 average, very small sample. First pitch here is going to miss just a bit inside. The 1-0 is taken high, 2-0 on Sam Hilliard. And, well, umpire now wants to get things over with. That's called a strike. Here comes a 2-1. Swung on and skied in the air. Shallow center field, Leury Garcia, fitting that his excellent day comes to a close by putting the glove closing the glove on this one. 11-1 White Sox is your final. And we'll take a look, why not, at some of the totals in this one. Leury Garcia, I would have to think, would get your player of the game honors. Had a really good day. 2 home runs, 6 RBI, grand slam as part of that total. Michael Kopech and Dane Dunning doing all they need to. Rockies have some issues to work out. They have now dropped to the 500 mark, being swept by the Brewers. Michael Kopech gets the win, 2-2 on the year. Herman Marquez, 2-3 now with the loss. Dane Dunning picks up his first save of the year. Yeah, it is a save situation when you pitch 3 innings to close out the game no matter the score. So Larry Garcia is the player of the game, 2 for 5, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in, had a grand slam. With the win, Michael Kopech, 6 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 hits, 1 run. Herman Marquez in the loss only goes 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 6 runs, 4 walks. Dane Dunning in his 3 innings of work for the save, 1 strikeout and 2 walks. On offense, some of the highlights for the White Sox. Mentioned Larry Garcia, scores a couple runs in addition to those previously mentioned numbers. Nomar Mazara, 3 for 5, 3 doubles, 3 runs scored. Eloy Jimenez, 2 for 4, a home run, a couple runs batted in and a run scored. Danny Mendick, it's a double, 2 for 4, 2 runs batted in, a run scored. On offense for the Rockies, they get just 2 hits. Charlie Blackmon and Tony Wolters each get 1. Nolan Arenado had a bases-loaded walk to drive in the 1 run of this ball game. Charlie Blackmon also has a walk in this one, so Tony Wolters also scores the only run of the ball game. Thank you for tuning in. Rockies will try to get back at it tomorrow in the rubber game of this quick 2-game set against the White Sox.